What is going on, everyone? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. We got Weston Moore back here, and wanted to do a quick little recap, at least just keep you guys up to date with where we're at for the day. Right now, it's 9:25 a.m. here in Arizona Mountain Standard Time. Market opens at 6:30 a.m. So it's been about 3 hours since the market has opened, and altogether, wanted to show you guys a quick little update on my overall P&L. It should be down $825.95. 789 of that was on ticker symbol SQs, and 36 of that right now is on my open position on DWT. Right now, my open position on DWT, I still feel comfortable with that position, and I'll explain exactly why it is that I took that position. Again, I'm going to be sharing my opinion about what it is that I'm trading. It's solely just that. So please, again, we have 3 rules within our group. Never trade based off other people's opinion. Never invest in what you don't understand, and always have a plan when trading. Weston is going to be doing a recap on his channel. This is his second day trading. And how are we doing?
Today or overall?
Well, I mean, your losses in comparison to yesterday are much smaller today.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what we're focusing on when we were trading live today, this morning with the Learn Plan Profit Group, we had a huge focus on trying to lock in profits. He would have actually been up quite a bit. He did an absolute amazing job, and I'll explain to you exactly what happened. So now let me explain to you what I did wrong, and then we'll explain to you what Weston could have done better. Again, this is Weston's second day trading, so I think a lot of you guys would benefit from his point of view. I'm going to work with him on today's video because he didn't explain things super clear in yesterday's video, but I really do appreciate you guys being so supportive in his overall journey, just starting to trade, right? And also,
no, everybody,
what'd you sell yesterday?
What I sell?
Yeah, the Tacoma.
Oh, the Tacoma. I was like, Tesla?
No. So Weston is the mentor within Flipping Wheels, and he sold his Toyota Tacoma that you had for about 3 weeks. You bought it for $5,500 and sold
53.
it. Oh, 53.
Sold it for 75.
And 22.
$2,200 profit.
$2,200 profit in 2 weeks. Not bad. Driving around your investment. Again, that's something that Weston talks a lot about in his channel. He wanted to kind of just shadow me with trading with this week. So I hope that you guys have fun. Again, I have not had one red day trading this entire month. I've been doing an absolute, in my opinion, absolute amazing job. It wasn't like I was experiencing huge growth. I do daily recap videos on my YouTube channel. Feel free to do it feel free to watch any of my videos. Last week I cleared a little bit over 4.5K, and my smallest day was like $150. My biggest day was what was it? Last week, it was the week before that I had a 4.3K day. But last week my biggest day was I want to say like $1,275. So definitely not bad. And again, I'm just going to be sharing what I could have done better today. Again, out of my 2 trades, so again, this is what I'm currently down right now. My first trade, which is really where I went wrong. The DWT position, I'll explain to you guys that one very quickly. But SQs is where I went wrong. Looking at /NQ. Right? Looking at /NQ, and as the market opened, I traded live with the Learn Plan Profit Group. I saw /NQ, which is a NASDAQ future push up. Based off previous patterns, I saw /NQ overbought and overextended. It made sense to me on why it was overbought and overextended. That was what I was able to see. And because of that, I decided to buy the dip on the inverse ETF, SQs. And unfortunately, in my defense, it continued to push up. And my position size was too aggressive when I first got started. It continued to push up, and my position size was too big. I ended up cutting losses on SQs, and then again, it ended up performing the way that I expected it. It pushed up, became super overextended, it sold off. I was able to make a little bit on that one because I got back in again when it confirmed the downtrend. And what I'm explaining here is, I think it'll be a little bit easier for me to explain it on this. So I'm going to do /NQ, and then what I was trading is SQQs. So this is really the time frame that we're focusing on, and this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. I made the mistake of getting in too early. I saw that something was overbought. I tried to buy the dip on SQs, but it continued to sell off. And because my position size was too big, and because SQs is a little bit of a lower cap ETF, it makes a big difference when it comes down to the overall, like the percentage. I mean, altogether, I lost less than 2% today. But I usually trade now with around $40,000 to $50,000 per position, and I just went in too aggressive. It pushed up. That means that SQs ended up selling off, and it began to recover. I already ended up cutting losses. It began to show signs of an uptrend, and then I got back in onto SQs, and then it pushed up. I made a little bit, and then I tried to get back in again. /NQ pushed up. I ended up taking a little bit more of a loss on that one, and then it pushed right back down, and then I was kind of just over it. So my biggest mistake today with /NQ was trying to find the peak, right, of when it was a little bit more on the overextended side and not waiting for the overall confirmation. So that was my biggest mistake. I saw something that was overbought, overextended. I tried to buy the inverse ETF of it where there was no actual indication of an uptrend or an overall reversal. I know a lot of us have made that series of mistakes before, and I could have done a better job maybe managing my risks today. I still think I did a decent job with that, but what I could have done better is my position size. So that is exactly why with now /CL, I'm trading DWT. And now what I'm seeing right here is /CL based off previous patterns is becoming overextended. And although I did take a small position on DWT or a decent sized position, I didn't go in as aggressive as I did with /NQ and SQQQ. So I know I'm just saying a lot of ticker symbols and it's just kind of throwing things all over the place. But the way that I can keep it super simple is I saw something to be super overbought. So when a future, right, is super overbought and super overextended, it no longer, in my eyes, becomes a good deal. So I in essence, right, think that the inverse ETF, right, the one that goes up when that one goes down, is somewhat of a good deal. Well, my mistake today was I went in too aggressive with my initial position size. Usually what I do is I don't go all in. Today, I went in a little bit too aggressive that when I began to add more to my position size as it began to reverse, it just was not enough because, again, my initial purchase price was just already at too high of a price point. So what I'm doing now is, again, doing the same thing that I did last week, and that's just locking in profits anytime that I'm green, and then making sure that I just watch my position size. And I know a lot of you guys can hopefully benefit from that. I don't know if some of you, when it comes down to taking your original position, end up getting in too aggressive. So now what I'm going to be doing is, because I still see that pattern for /CL, I still see it extremely overbought. There's no question about that. And that's something that I see. It doesn't matter if you see it or I see it or whatever it is that you see. Again, that's irrelevant. I see value in DWT right now. I'm still going to be managing my risk, but I made sure that my initial position size is much smaller so I can add more to my position size at or if it confirms an overall reversal. So I just wanted to make sure that I kept you guys up to date with kind of where I'm at for the day. I really do think that if once /CL begins to sell off, I can make a majority of my money back. But as of right now, 9:33 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'm currently down about $800 on the day. So I simply wanted to share that with you guys. And again, for those that continue to ask, I'm using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. I'm trading with about $40,000 to $50,000 per position, and I'm not under the PDT rule. So I just want to make sure that you guys all understand that and that I explained everything when it comes down to that. Now, when it comes down to Weston, he's going to be breaking down what he could have done better, and I'm going to make sure that we focus on what was the biggest mistake that you made today.
Today?
Was panic selling.
Panic selling.
How many of you guys that are just tuning in, right, or that are tuning in right now, do you think have panic sold, right? Especially when you first got started. It's actually when you first ever traded, that was
the biggest issue that I had. So I would find this is gonna sound it's just consistent and a casual uptrend, nothing crazy, and then I would buy in and then I would sell out within 5 minutes, and that was in order to keep me from because if I see a red 2 or 3, because you're safe, you buy low and you'll hold it for 30, 45 an hour. That's just so long. It was so long for me. I did better when I was just
and I think it has to do with just being comfortable with what you're trading, right?
Yeah.
Right? Or what would you say?
I think losing any amount or risking any amount, and to an extent.
To an extent. So I think the biggest thing is again, you really watched your position size today, which I think.
But also, I was trading with a lot. It was 2 years ago, and I was in college.
So I think the biggest thing for those that tend to panic sell, an area of opportunity would be maybe waiting for the confirmation, because you tend to become less anxious when it's already going in your favor. So instead of trying to buy the dip, because when you try to buy the dip, you don't know if it's going to actually continue to sell off. Right?
Yeah.
So instead of trying to buy the dip, you wait for somewhat of an indication for your initial entry. And then from that point moving forward, as it continues to uptrend, then you can add more to your position size and you can feel more confident on your overall trade instead of trying to like guesstimate like, oh, should I cut losses here because I got in too early? So
I was like this, like I was like, if this is gonna not look right, probably. Like if this was a 1 day 1 minute, and it started to uptrend like very like slightly, I would like buy in and then like sell out. Like I was like real not safe. Like, but like
you would lock in profit right away.
I never like would invest in something that would push up that quick, like where it just like
shoots up right away.
That scared me too much. I would always make sure.
But that comes with experience. It's the same thing when it comes down to investing in cars. Like, why are you willing to hold something a little bit longer than most people? It's because you're aware of what it is that you are doing. Sometimes you're maybe not aware of what it is that you're doing, so that's something that we can work on.
100%.
Yeah,
aware.
Practice makes perfect, right? So super excited to keep you guys up to date with the overall day. Wanted to wish you guys an amazing rest of your Tuesday. And if you guys have any questions about what it is that I traded today, or if you have any questions or suggestions for Weston that's just getting started, feel free to share it down in the comment section. Again, if you guys want to stay up to date with Weston's update on his second day trading right beside me, that's going to be that second link in the description. I do want to remind you that if you want to join our free Facebook group with over 200,000 members, that's our first link in the description. And again, it's absolutely for free. We talked about them in this live stream. It's the Learn Plan Profit group. You get to watch me trade live every single day. Feel free to click the third link in the description. And if you have any questions, absolutely any questions about the Learn Plan Profit group, there's actually a button that allows you to schedule a call with one of us, and we can jump on a call and answer any questions that you have. And of course, that is absolutely for free to be able to schedule your call with us. So I wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. I want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable moving forward. So again, any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. I really hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. Let's continue working hard, continue following our dreams, let our passion be what drives us on our success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.